What's happening, Cubs Nation? Can you feel that electricity crackling through the air? It's almost September and every single game feels like Game 7 of the World Series. The tension is building, the rivals are breathing down our necks, and our beloved Cubbies are locked in a fight for the division for a shot at eternal glory. We've got the bats, we've got the heart, but there's always that one piece, that final puzzle piece that can turn a great team into an unstoppable force. You know the feeling, that gut instinct that tells you we're so close to something truly magical. Before we dive deep into the heart of what's on every true fan's mind, do me a solid, Chicago. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your boldest prediction for our playoff run, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Every single one of you is part of this incredible ride, and your passion fuels our fire. Now, let's talk about the pressure cooker that is the trade deadline and the moves that could define our season. It's about seizing the moment, making the bold plays, and leaving no stone unturned in our quest for a championship. The chatter around the hot corner has been non-stop, hasn't it? And our guy, Matt Shaw, he's been right in the middle of it. We all know the talent is there, Cubs faithful. The kid's got the glove, the arm, the defensive prowess that screams future Gold Glover at third base. We saw flashes of brilliance, especially in May when he came back from AAA Iowa and absolutely raked, hitting .359 with 5 doubles in just 11 games. That's the kind of offensive pop we've been craving from the position. He's our long-term answer, the cornerstone of our infield for years to come. He's 23, still learning, still growing, facing the toughest league in the world. But let's be honest, since June 1st, the bat hasn't been as consistent. Just 17 hits in his last 110 at-bats. It's a grind, and the big leagues can be unforgiving. While Shaw is the future, the immediate need for offensive consistency at third base for a deep playoff run is glaring. This isn't about giving up on Shaw. It's about strategically placing him in a position to thrive long-term, perhaps taking some pressure off as he continues to develop. This is about balancing the present with the future. And sometimes, the best way to develop a future star is to give him the time and space he needs, away from the intense glare of a pennant race. This situation has opened the door for another name, a familiar foe, to enter the conversation. And that brings us to the guy who's been crushing our hopes for years, Eugenio Suarez. The Diamondbacks' third baseman, a two-time All-Star. The man who seems to own Wrigley Field when he's batting against us. 36 career homers against the Cubbies, 16 of them launched right here in our friendly confines. He just tears our pitching apart. Now imagine if that power, that pure unadulterated offensive force was unleashed for the Cubs. 31 homers already this season, 78 RBIs and .89 OPS, his best since 2019. Our third basemen combined are hitting a dismal .531 OPS. That's just not good enough for a championship contender. Suarez is a pending free agent, a rental for the rest of this season. But what a rental. He'd slot right into the middle of our lineup, providing that much-needed pop and protection for guys like Kyle Tucker and PCA. Jed Hoyer has made it clear that finances aren't an issue. And with only about $5 million left on his contract, this move is incredibly palatable. He might not be a Gold Glover at third, but his bat more than compensates. The thought of him launching a game-winning homer for us rather than against us is pure bliss. This is the kind of immediate impact bat that can turn a good offense into a great one, pushing us over the top. The Talking Baseball crew is even predicting he ends up here. But even with all that offensive firepower, there's one position, one player that could truly clinch our destiny. Alright, Cubs Nation, let's get real. We've got the lineup that can mash. We're looking at a potential offensive juggernaut with a guy like Suarez, but for a deep playoff run for those pressure-packed October games, we need to be absolutely lights out in the 9th inning. And that, my friends, brings us to the undisputed focus of this entire conversation. The man who can shut down any offense, anytime. Emmanuel Clase. Yeah, I know he had a shaky start. He struggled a bit, and some folks were wondering if that electric 90mm cutter had lost its juice. But he's back, baby. He's found his groove, and that cutter is as nasty as ever, slicing through hitters like a surgeon. Imagine this scenario. Bottom of the 9th, 1-run lead, bases loaded, and the opposition's best hitter steps to the plate. Who do you want on the mound? Emmanuel Clase, This man has the ice in his veins, the composure under pressure, and the raw stuff to get the job done. The Cubs are already a damn good team, one of the best offenses in baseball. But when the chips are down, when every pitch matters, you need an absolute hammer at the back end of your bullpen. Clase is that hammer. He shortens games, he extinguishes rallies, he slams the door shut with authority. Cleveland might be hesitant to deal him, especially with a few years left on his contract. But this is the deadline, and championship teams make championship moves. This isn't just about winning games, it's about winning the World Series. And to do that, you need the best closer in the game. Clase is the difference maker, the final piece that makes us unstoppable. Go get him, Jed. He's the guy who brings that trophy home. So Cubs Nation, is Emmanuel Clase the ultimate weapon to seal our destiny this season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're ready to see us bring that championship back to Wrigley. Let's make some noise. Go, Cubbies!